What's going on, guys? December 28th, 7:53 p.m. Today's been pretty good. Um, I can say that I'm I'm happy with the way things are going in my life. Things are playing out with the VA, playing out with my recovery from my accident. In general, I I cut my group of friends really small, uh, pretty much slim pickings to none. I mean, I got people I talk to and hang out with here and there, but as far as what it used to be, that's pretty far from none. So, uh, I just turned 34, October 14th. Um, Sometimes I ask myself, wow, where it was like poof in the blink of an eye. Uh, I went from 23 to 34. A little brief intel on myself. Um, Grew up Cherry Point Naval Station, Havelock, North Carolina. My dad was a Marine, military brat. I am very thankful that I got to live with my dad and my stepmom. Uh, I lived with my mom, well, my grandma, uh, my nanny and pappy. They took care of me because my mom was an alcoholic, and it was pretty tough for us kids. I got an older sister. I don't really talk to her. I got a younger brother and a younger sister. And me and my brother pretty tight. We talk daily. Uh, about 3 years old, I went through a pretty traumatic incident. Uh, I'm sure if anybody could think or guess, I'm sure they could put 1 plus 1 equals 2 and make it together. So at that time, I got DSS. I got taken away by DSS, and I ended up in foster home, foster care. My little sister and my brother got to stay with my grandparents. The incident didn't happen, and neither one of them it happened to me. So, unfortunately, I got the shit hand at that time, but it plays out in the end to be even though it was wrong, what happened to me, it turned out to be very beneficial. Uh, I forget about the number of foster homes I got tossed around in. It, it, foster care is not what people could portray it as. I mean, I got hit on as a kid, tossed around between a couple different foster families. Drugs, drinking. I mean, I seen that a lot as a kid. My mom and my brother's dad, uh, they're still together to this day. My mom threw away a perfectly good marriage with my dad. I mean, for, to this day, I ask myself at times why. Why? I mean, they're still doing the same shit today that they were doing when I was fucking 2, 3 years old. Um, I mean, no shame. Doing drugs right in front of all of us. I mean, and then when you see that shit your whole life, you grow to think it's normal. And they portray it as this perfect painted picture on the wall. Well, no, it can fucking really traumatize you and lead you down a excuse me, vicious road yourself. So tossed around through foster care. Um, my parents, my dad paid good money with a lawyer, and him and my stepmom got custody of me. Well, because of the things I went through early on in age, it really fucked with me. So I ended up, from the time I was 5 until the time I was about 9, I didn't want to be around nobody but my dad. That's where I felt a sense of security, safe, and um, I just felt like nothing bad could happen. And me and my dad grew to have, I mean, fucking two peas in a pod. Weren't even fucking father and son. We were best friends. It was crazy, you know. My dad still uh, played the parent role, but he never hit me, never did terrible things to me. He believed that he could talk to me and correct me instead of hitting me, because that's what his dad did to him when he was younger. Well, unlike any other kid, you know, I got in mischief when I was younger. I got diagnosed with ADHD when I was 9. I got put on Adderall. Fifth, sixth, and seventh grade, I got in trouble in school. I didn't care about grades. I lied. Always said I did my homework when I didn't, and then I'd get D's and F's on my report card. And you know, my stepmom, all throughout life, she was raised in a good Christian home. I mean, the morals, values, and everything were completely different than what my dad's were, and that's what sometimes, you know, many people would always ask me, how in the fuck are those two together? And I'd be like, look, I don't fucking know. I guess they see something in each other, beats the fuck out of me. Due to the way my stepmom believed in doing things and the way she just wasn't as a person, I never got along with her. It caused my dad and her a great deal of problems because of how close me and my dad were. And, you know, she would extreme measures of punishment for bad grades, all kinds of stupid shit. So from, like, you know, 5th, 6th, and 7th grade, it was grounded for 9 weeks for F's on my report card. Crazy shit. And little little does she know, my dad's fucking sneaking me around. Fucking, I got everything I ever wanted as a kid. I'm talking, if I wanted it, I got it. New shoes twice, couple times a month, go karts, dirt bikes. It it was the inevitable. No matter how hard she tried, my dad still spoiled me. And my dad even said it a few years back before he passed away. My dad called me one day and he apologized because growing up, he would always promise to do things with me. But when that time would come, he'd be like, "Oh, let's do it next weekend." And I'd, you know, get all bummed out. He'd be like, "Well, I'll take you to the surf shop or the mall, get you some clothes and shoes, or get you a new game system, get you whatever you want." And I'd be like, "Oh shit, all right, cool." That happened all the way up until my dad stopped buying me things and spoiling me 28 years old when my dad passed away. My dad spoiled me my whole entire life, and I wish things were different sometimes, but other than that, I had the greatest. My dad gave me the greatest thing that any kid could dream of, and that was a bond. I mean, we when I moved out when I was 16 because of my dad's drinking, because of everything I seen as a kid growing up, and poof, 17. I graduated high school. I started smoking weed when I was 13. Up until I smoked weed up until 19. Uh, I'm not going to try to backtrack too much. I started smoking weed 13, 17. I graduated high school half a year early. Moved out when I was 16. Moved in with my older sister at the time. She was married to a Marine. And, you know, I wish I would have learned sooner rather than later because me and my older sister do not talk to this day. Uh, she's what you call to me, a phony and a fraud because me, I don't lie about it. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to fucking do it. I don't talk about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's how I feel. If I'm getting high, fuck, I'm going to tell you. I'll probably ask you if you want to sit and do it with me, but I don't fucking put on no front and act fake and come home and get high and then go out and fucking feed the homeless and speak in front of people as a peer support specialist. Get the fuck out of here, you know. So 17 up until 19, I stayed about a little over 18. Stayed with my older sister. I did cocaine. She introduced me to cocaine at 17 years old, my 17th birthday, and I got fucking hooked just like that. And thank God I graduated because, you know, unfortunately, my younger brother dropped out of high school the second day of 10th grade because of the shit he got. My older sister got him into. Um, I did cocaine every day for over a year and a half, and you know, like I always had a good relationship with my grandparents on my mom's side, my nanny and pappy. Uh, uh, so I always, like I said, I always had a good relationship with them. My grandma passed away when I was 18, and that fucking hit me like a train wreck. My grandpa passed away when I was 13. When my nanny passed away, it hit me like a fucking train wreck. If it wasn't for my dad uh, pulling me out of a rut with that situation, I would have been screwed. My dad got me to move back out to where my dad got a new place out in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Nice ass fucking house. Mile away from the base, fucking dirt bike tracks at the end of the road so I could ride my dirt bikes. All my shit. Um, so, I stayed with my dad for about 6 months. You know, throughout that time, I stayed at home. I had just turned 19, you know. My stepmom would always ask me, what do you plan on doing? And I'll never forget it. I told her that I was studying to portray myself as my role model. And she asked me, your role model? I said, yeah. You watch him every day. I love his show, 2.5 Men. I'd like to be like Charlie Sheen. And she went fucking berserk because, you know, Charlie Sheen spent $500,000 on crack and cocaine and prostitutes. And I was like, that dude lives the fucking dream. But, you know, I didn't really have to worry about anything. I did get bored after a while not working. You know, shopping's fun, yeah, but my God, buying nice things every fucking day and never really, I guess, just being that spoiled fucking little, well off little, I don't know, spoiled little rich boy, whatever. Uh, my dad talked me into taking the ASVAB. Oh, excuse me. So I joined the I joined the army at 19. I went to basic Fort Leonard Wood, Fort Lost in the Woods. MOS was 21 Bravo, combat engineer. And that was, it was crazy. This first time I ever got on a plane. Holy shit. Taking off to basic, first time away from my dad, family. It was weird. But, anything I've ever set my mind to, I've accomplished and I can do. I was gone for 4 months, 3 months for the basic and AIT. Once everything was all said and done, graduation's coming, you're in formation and they call your last name out and tell you where you're going to be stationed. Well, lo and behold, I got stationed Schofield Barracks, Hawaii. And I was like, whoa. Huge change. I was like, holy shit. Well, throughout, the little bits of turmoil throughout my life, like I said, I had never really been away from home. But when I got to Hawaii, thankfully, a good buddy of mine that I was in basic with and AIT with got stationed at Schofield Barracks with me, and he ended up being we shared a barracks room, big kitchen, room on each side, and the bathroom. So thankfully, it definitely played a role, and it definitely helped me out a lot. Growing up as a kid, I had a lot of anger. I didn't really realize how much anger I had built up because of the things I went through, the broken promises from my dad. It wasn't really him. All the fucked up shit my mom put me through. The shit I seen my older sister do. Fucking married to a Marine, and while he was deployed, cheated on him the whole fucking time. Bled him dry for over $50,000. Then he got another sign-on bonus for 25, and she fucking bled him dry. And now she lives in a fucking little 2-story small ass apartment with her older daughter and her boyfriend with her young kid, with a dude that is my age and she's like 48, which is fucking unreal because the dude that she's with, they're both together. What he does is he relapses and gets in trouble with the law, and then he goes to court and goes to a Christian rehab. And then once he does well, he comes back, starts shooting meth and shooting dope, ripping and roaring on his fucking high horse. Then they beat each other up. He gets in trouble for fucking swerving all over the road, picking at little meth bugs that ain't even there. And it's repeat over and over and over. And I'm like, dude, I don't even have time for your shit. This is fucking unreal. I've done a lot of drugs. I like to speedball. I like meth and fentanyl, heroin, meth, whatever. Or I like doing some Supermans, meth, cocaine, and heroin, or meth, cocaine, and fentanyl, whichever. But I was in the military for a little over 3 years before I tore my ACL, MCL, medial meniscus, and poof, that's what got me started. I had to have full reconstructive surgery on my right knee. I tore my ACL, MCL, medial meniscus. I ended up getting out of the military. Like I said, had full reconstructive surgery. For over 2 years, I got prescribed fucking oxycodone like it was going out of style. While during the time I was in the military, I ended up getting married. I have a beautiful daughter. She's 13. She just turned 13 September. Um, due to my actions and not her mom. Due to my actions in the past, alcohol ruined my marriage. I was a heavy drinker. I started drinking when I was 17. Who'd have thought something I grew up to hate, I grew to love, just like I grew to love opiates. The minute, I'll never forget it, the day that somebody, not saying who, told me, if you have to, take a couple extra, it's not going to kill you. So when I took those couple extra and I got that euphoric feeling after 30 minutes, it was over. I mean, I started out with oxycodone with the Tylenol. 6 months after coming back to North Carolina because me and my wife separated, 6 months to the day, like my brother called it, um, I, I, I tried shooting up. And in basic, they teach you how to give IVs. So when I tried it for the first time, it was over. It was over. It was like someone. I turned. I don't even know. It just. I've seen a lot of terrible things. June 2020, I got court ordered to a 2-year rehab, Recovery Ventures up in Old Fort, near the mountains. And after 28 days, I left on foot because there was more stealing, stupid shit, corruption, lies, cheating, whatever, in there than I would see on a daily basis on the street. And I'm like, man, fuck this. God damn, if I want to get high, I'm going to go fucking get high. I'm not going to sit and try to overdose on fucking Kratom or fucking ram fucking golf balls and pills up my ass. Fuck that. I'm not going to fucking sneak around and do it. If I want to get high, fuck, I'm going to do it. I ended up, a girl that I had been talking to and I've known for 10 years, fucking, it's like Bonnie and Clyde, fucking love, hate, fucking, 1 minute we're talking and a fling, the next minute we're not. Well, here I am, fucking, I took off walking on foot from Old Fort. I ended up in Marion, North Carolina with a fucking duffel bag, my ID card, and some cash that I got wired to me. Well, long story short, I ended up meeting a veteran. I stayed with him and his girlfriend for fucking 2 weeks. And this dude was selling cocaine and Percocets and meth. And lo and behold, I got right back into it. Well, she had me convinced that I should fly out. The closest airport was Asheville. She had me convinced and believed that everything would be, fuck it. I had already left. I had a warrant out for my arrest. I was going to flee the fucking state. Well, this fucking chick, I got my plane ticket ordered. I was supposed to check in and board about 4:45 in the morning. Well, my flight got canceled because of COVID, and at that time, shit was bad. So here I am, stranded up there in bumfucked Egypt in the mountains, $50 to my name, and a duffel bag, and it's fucking starting. It's at the beginning of fall. I don't know nobody, and I'm like, holy shit! If I go home now, I'm fucked. So I was like, man, I'm going to ride this bus till the fucking wheels fall off. A year, 6 months, and 2 days to be exact, I was on the run and wanted by the U.S. Marshals. And I ended up getting caught the end of December of 2021. I was in Piscaview Apartments in Asheville, North Carolina. And this chick I knew, I'm not going to say her name out of respect, but she had like misdemeanor warrants for theft. And I'm in the kitchen trading some fucking tracksuits, the Adidas jumper and the zip up hoodie and shit for some fentanyl. Well, I sit and I fucking do. I pull one up in the cooker, fucking some meth, fentanyl. Pow! Fucking hit. Fried. This chick starts running in talking about, oh my god, the fucking cops are here, they're here. What do? My dumbass fucking goes to run out bag. Would have been away, scot free. But she's like, Ryan, don't leave me. Don't do this to us. Ride it out. So my fucking high ass fucking shuts the door and locks the deadbolt, thinking the cops were gonna leave. Oh no. That was not the case. There ended up being fucking 4 squad cars. And when it was all said and done, the fucking van to haul us away, it was me, 2 of my buddies, and the female. It took over an hour for everything to happen, the names to get run, everything. I had fucking hid in the closet in a trap house, and I had pulled bicycle parts like over me and pulled this sheet over me in the closet. And I fucking had this flashlight and I fucking put it in my mouth and turned it on. And I'm sitting there fucking wiggling the flashlight, doing a shot in the closet. And every time that the cops were like, Asheville police, if there's anyone in here, you better come out. I fucking just sat there and I was so fucking high. I was like, God, if they find me, they're gonna shoot me. Well, I would have got away with it if it wasn't for this one fucking dude, that real grimy guy, real fucking foul. But it's whatever. In the end, it was whatever. He ended up. They were like, all right, once we're done running everybody's name, we're gonna let it. If there's no warrants, we'll let you go. And then he was like, there's still somebody in the house. So when he said that, and I heard it because they had the front door open, I was like, motherfucker. And I had, a little bottle of water in the closet, like I said, flashlight, needle, dope. And I'm like, man, I'm going to fucking hurry up and finish this shit off. So I fucking hiding in the closet while they're fucking, you hear them tromping upstairs. Fucking do a shot. I fucking bend my cooker and I put it in my pocket. And I'm sitting there in the closet just as crunched up as can be. And I turn the flashlight off. And I start seeing their flashlight shine in the closet. And I was like, holy shit, oh shit. And he starts pushing the bicycle seat. And I was like, oh my God. I closed my eyes. And then all of a sudden he pokes me and he's like, hello? Hello? And I was like, and he was like, you better answer. I'm gonna disarm my fire. I'm gonna pull my firearm. And he was like, you could hear him pull it out of his holster. And he was like, poked me again. And I said, meh, like a teddy bear. And I ended up, after a while, outside, they asked me my name. I told them my brother's name. They asked me my birthday. I said 5/4/57. I was so fucking high, I gave him my dad's birthday. And then they were like, what, wait. And then I gave him my brother's birthday, which was the wrong birthday because of the month. And then I was like, fuck it, y'all got me. But I ended up getting locked up, did 9 months in prison. I got out August of 2022. But I don't. This I'm gonna make another video, but I wanted to give this one a whirl and just open up a bit because I've never really done this, and everybody tells me that I got a story that could make an impact or help somebody. I never stole for addiction until I was 30 years old when I was in Asheville. And I fucking lived on the streets and thought it was normal, but you could never tell because I was always wearing nice clothes. I mean, I would go to Sunglass Hut and purchase sunglasses, and yeah, I won't say anything that's going to incriminate me. I'm smarter than that. I did a lot of terrible things. A good friend of mine got shot 6 times in broad daylight, and I never really thought about post-traumatic stress disorder or how it would affect somebody because I never thought it would happen to me. But I have trouble sleeping. I have nightmares. Um, when my dad passed away in 2018, to turn the corner and see my dad's house taped off with caution tape. My dad died of a massive heart attack in the bathroom, and my stepmom came home and found him like that. And I'm the one that called a health and welfare check because I hadn't heard from him. Like I said, we would talk numerous times a day, and I didn't hear from him. And I was supposed to hang out with him that weekend. We were supposed to grill out and hang out because my stepmom was gone on a trip, so he was going to let me come out to the house because my stepmom wouldn't allow me there because of her finding out about me and heroin and needles. I've seen real life crazy shit. Human trafficking, people taped up and shit. Like I said, I don't want to say too many things, but I have overdosed 15 times. 5 times where I almost didn't make it. Last time I got Narcan, I was Narcan 5 times. Like I said, I lived on the streets, stole, took part in some terrible things that I'm never going to be able to forget. You turn into a dirty person. You don't care what you got to do. You don't care who you hurt. And when your family looks at you, they say terrible things. And at that time, you're like, oh, they treat me like shit. They call me names, they do this. But in reality, they're looking at somebody that they don't even know who you are anymore. When my dad passed away, that was it. I didn't care about nothing anymore. Nothing. A part of me died that day. Like I said, my dad passed away. That's when all the trouble started. I left that court ordered rehab. I went on the run. I started drinking again, doing drugs every day. For that year and a half I was on the run, I got locked up. I weighed 149.2 pounds. Shit looked fucking crazy. I was like, wow, here I am fucking thinking, yeah, I've lost weight. I'm in good shape. like I had gotten a fucking membership at Planet Fitness or some shit. But, you know, that's what happens. I had an accident last year. It'll be a year in like 3.5 months since I had an accident. I